I got an 18, I got a 13-year-old, I got an 8-year-old that's coming up this week, and Christian, who is our rock star, okay, he is 5 years old. He was born with trisomy 21. So trisomy 21, for those that don't know, is Down syndrome, okay? Now, here's what I want to give you guys. Every single person in here has a gift, okay? Christian's gift is trisomy 21. It was put inside him before birth, okay? So this is going to be very, very prominent in our talk today, all right? So with Christian, trisomy 21 basically means that a person has 47 chromosomes instead of 46 chromosomes, okay? That means the 21st chromosome has 3 copies of the same gene. So when me and my wife got together, instead of 23 from mom, 23 from dad, we got excited and put a little bit extra in. That's all that was, okay? So with Christian, he was born with a rare blood disorder that eventually, 14 months into his life, turned into leukemia, okay? And can you imagine, right? I'm a business owner of a dance studio at this point, dancer for 20 years by trade, living my dream, doing what it is that I love to do, giving back to my community, just got a new house for my family, right? I'm doing a rent-to-own situation. I'm about to buy the house, and then my son gets hit with cancer. Imagine going to the hospital every single week, 3 times a week, getting blood work drawn just to make sure your son is not going into cancer, making sure the blood was cool. And then one day you go to the hospital, you think everything is going to be fine, everything is going to be straight, and then 45 minutes turns into 32 days straight in the hospital. Crazy. How many people have had a crazy time in life where you could just remember that everything just flipped? Show of hands. Yeah. And how did you get through it? Right? How did you get through it? How are you going to battle through? What were some of the steps that you can actually take? Because let's be honest, they don't teach us this stuff in school. They don't show you how to do life. No, here you go. You're living. Go live. Right? So at this point in time, I've got my children, I've got my business, and I've got to make some decisions. I've got to make some decisions on my life, and I've got to also make sure that I'm taking care of my well-being at the same time. Right? And I've got to cut some things off, and I've got to slice and dice to make sure that my son lives at the end of the day, okay? So what I'm going to teach you guys is how do we control this well-being thing? How do we control this thing called work-life balance, right? And then how do we battle through the storms that we face? Are we ready? If we're ready, say all right. If you're ready, say all right. Look to your partner and say, we got work to do. Look to the other partner and say, we got work to do. Roscoe up top. Do we have my slides ready? Here we go. Can we go to the next one? Let's go to the next one. I kind of went through all that already. All right, so here's my family. It's my loving family right here. So it's my beautiful wife, Josie, right there. The tall one is the 18-year-old. Then you got Caleb right there with the nice little chain. He thinks he's kind of fly. And then you got Javion, that's our athlete right there. And then we got Christian, who is our rock star. This picture was actually taken. I'm actually honored and nominated for Leukemia Lymphoma Society's Man of the Year. So that's going to be really, really cool this year. So thank you. So faith, family, and leadership. Everybody say this with me. When we change the mind, we change the game. Okay, now say it with confidence now that you know it. When we change the mind, we change the game. One more time. When we change the mind, we change the game. Okay, here we go. Next slide. Thank you, Roscoe. My man, backstory. Listen, yesterday is gone, everyone. Okay, there's nothing we can do about it. Okay, something happened in your life 20 years ago. You can't go 20 years back in time. Okay, tomorrow will worry about itself. We don't even know what tomorrow brings. On this side, on the East Coast and everything, the weather is bipolar, right? We don't know if it's going to be 75 one day, 42 the next day, so whatever. But we've got to be prepared either way, okay? Today is all we have. We only have today. The great Les Brown said there's 1,440 minutes in a day. That means we got 1,440 opportunities to be successful, yeah? So I want you guys to know, today is one of one. This is all you got, okay? After I'm done with you today, after I'm finished, you only got the rest of the time that you have today. You focus on tomorrow, that's cool. It'll get here when it gets here. But you focus on the minutes that you got right now. If that's cool with y'all, say all right. All right. Let's go to the next slide. Here we go. So I am the dancing dad. And how did I become that? Well, it came from, taking care of my well-being, okay? Taking care of my well-being. What was part of my well-being? What was the thing that I needed to do for me, okay? Ladies, you guys like going to get your nails done, your hair's done, you like a massage every now and again. Ladies, say yes? Yes. Say yes? Yes. All right now. My sister, I was on the phone with my sister yesterday. She said, I go, once a week to get a foot massage. She's pregnant, so she's about to pop. So those foot massages are very, very important for her. But she makes sure that she does it every single week for herself, right? Here's a stat that you guys may not know. 80% of American women believe in self-care. You guys believe in self-care, yeah? Yes. But here's another stat. 80% of those same women don't take care of themselves first. Can you believe that? Yes. Right? How many women in here take care of everybody else before they take care of themselves? Right? How many men in here take care of, everybody else and then they take care of themselves? Right. Right. So some people didn't raise their hand, and that's okay, because I know everybody's not keeping it real all the way yet, but we're going to get there, okay? So with me being a dancer, with me being able to come out and do what it is that I love to do, my mom always told me this: Kenny, do what you love. I was supposed to go to college to be an architect. That's what I was supposed to do, in her eyes. I went for a couple years. I dropped out. I love dance. I love hip hop. I love getting busy. I love doing my thing, right? So at this point in time in my life, I took care of my well-being. I know what was going to make me happy. And I know what would make me happy would ultimately transition into making other people happy, okay? Me being on stage, me teaching kids, me teaching adults how to dance and be free within themselves gave me so much gratification. I'm like, man, I'm actually doing something in life. No, I'm not a millionaire. No, I'm not a billionaire or anything like that, but I'm actually doing something that matters to people, right? This is all about people at the end of the day. Today is all about you, and how can I transition that to you? So it's not about my story, but my story is going to help you see it from a different perspective. So becoming the dancing dad, 7 days into my son, battling leukemia, check this out. I want everybody to say this: set the atmosphere. Set the atmosphere. One more time, set the atmosphere. Set the atmosphere. We're going to build on that a little bit later in our talk, but here it is. When my son got diagnosed with leukemia, the doctors came in and I walked out. I'm going to say that again. The doctors came in and gave us the news, and I walked out. Why did I walk out? I walked out because, number one, I had to get my mind right. I've got children and I've got a wife. How can I make sure that they are okay mentally for this process and this battle that we're about to go through? Okay? So what I did, I removed myself to improve myself. I'm going to say that again. I removed myself to improve myself. The first thing I had to do was pray. God, what you want me to do? Because I have no clue on what's about to happen in here. Absolutely not. He says, set the atmosphere. I go into the room. I tell the doctor, says, listen, doc, I don't care if you're a nurse, a doctor, a tech. I don't care if you're a tarantula. Listen, at the end of the day, your crew that comes in here, they've got to have a positive attitude. They have to have a positive attitude. Why? Because if not, then we're not going to get to this next level in saving my son's life. I can't have any type of negative energy coming inside these hospital rooms, okay? So your people, get them on the same page and understand what it is that we're doing. I don't know about any other patient in here, but I know for my son, there has to be a positive attitude set, okay? So they have PT, OT, all these different things that are happening, and then they bring in the musical therapy. Now remember, I said I wanted positive, right, in my life. So they come in with the ukuleles, guys. Listen, I'm a hip hop dude. Ukulele. Like, this is not going to help my son. He's going to get sicker. Like, what are we doing? So I said, listen, no disrespect. Listen, how about you guys, let's push aside the ukuleles. I'll handle the music, okay? Wifey, throw on some James Brown and let's get busy. So I start dancing with my son a little bit here, and he starts bouncing, starts moving, and he starts grooving. I'm like, I think we got something. And he's loving it. But on the flip side, I shut down my dance studio. I couldn't pay my rent, and I was losing money. But I had to make a decision. It was either my well-being or my finances and worrying about that. I chose my well-being. Part of my well-being was my family. I'm not going to stress about the money. I'm not going to stress about the rent for the building. I'm not going to stress about, the house. I believe that that's going to be taken care of, okay? And every day I would just dance with my son, okay? I started using my gift to make the shift. I'm going to say that one more time. I started using my gift to make the shift, okay? Your story and what you do is going to help you help others, okay? Your goal is to get people in a home. Your goal is to get people and make sure that they're secure, right? Use your gift and what you have inside you to put them in the home. It's not about selling them. It's about showing what it is and what your purpose is to get them to where they need to be, okay? Real leaders worry about the next generation. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Real leaders worry about the next generation. Your children's children, okay? Let's go to the next slide, Rocco. Check this out. So I was saying earlier, okay, how many people have been burned out since 2020? Let's be honest. Burned out? Show of hands. Burnouts, okay? All right, it's okay if you like this, that's fine too. Okay, I'll take that. My man in the back, I see you, okay? Burned out. 81% of workers are burned out since 2020 going to 2021. 2/3 of employees say they are stressed out at work, and 81% of those workers said that symptoms range from fatigue, anxiety, physical ailments, causing them to miss work, right? That's a crazy stat right there, 81%. What are we not doing? We're not taking care of our well-being. We're putting work before life. See, we have this thing called work-life balance. Everybody say work-life balance. Okay, but let me ask you a question. What's your name? Megan. Let me ask you a question, Megan. In that term, work-life balance, what word comes first? Work. Why does work come first, right? Before you knew what work was, what came first? Life. Think about that, right? We live in a world where it's all about the work-life balance thing, and we have people that are trying to tell us, you got to make sure your work-life balance is okay. I believe work-life balance is a lie. Call me crazy, but it's a bold-faced lie, okay? Life comes first, okay? Then the work. The work is always going to be here. There's always going to be work. But what's not always going to be here is your life.